Welcome back. Let's play some 10-minute games here on Shogi Wars. Good luck. So, I observed that recently a musician pointed out that YouTube is more strictly enforcing its DMCA provisions than previously. Or rather, that more copyright claims are on the rise for people who just briefly introduce some segment of a piece of music to an audience under the guise of education or under the auspices of educating the viewer about musical ideas and concepts that can only really be shared through actually sharing the music. I thought that was interesting. And it pointed out just how complex the world can be. That, like, yeah, as a music educator, it's quite difficult to educate people about music without sharing music in some way, shape, or form with the audience. So, I appreciate that he was earnest about his approach, how he's had to um, challenge all these DMCA claims or copyright claims that he finds just are not meritorious claims. Um, and it points out just like that's the state of the industry as it is today. You can't easily share music with an audience. It's always been challenging. Who knows if it's forever going to be challenging? We can only predict so much of the future. But yeah, I did appreciate his earnest story about what he's gone through to make sure he can continue educating his audiences about what he enjoys about music and what makes music interesting in his perspective. Um, that said, like, it's not all black and white. Like, if you're educating people about, say, what makes the introduction to Stairway to Heaven so great, and you keep like sampling or replaying or closely imitating the original, it's not all black and white. Someday we'll find a way to be able to credit everybody along the line. And it is a challenging thing to equitably credit everything related to music. Um, so yeah, I guess I start by mentioning music before segueing into other subjects like game strategies, game records. What about chess records? What about live chess events and sharing the moves of those games? How do we compensate the event promoters, but also make it possible for other people to talk about the event? Event promoters generally understand the business of event promotion and generally can find some way to make their events profitable. So, I don't know. Copyright's complicated. Oh, sorry, I had another thought too. I was watching a music cover video about or a very famous, frequently covered song, Turing Love. And what caught my attention with this is that there had recently been a cover of it in English, where previously I'd not seen an English cover of it. And so, or rather, yeah, no, there's more than one thing going on here. Um, song had been covered in English, but also an English group of performers performed it in Japanese, but promoted it to a much wider audience. Um, so that's how this cover got my attention. Um, Sorry, I'm not really talking much about my game. I really enjoy music. I studied music. I've done some music composition. Done tons of music analysis. Be glad to do more in a music business sort of capacity someday if I could. But these days it's easier to pursue as a passion project than it is under commercial auspices or aspirations. Alright, I don't have a pawn in hand here. My opponent's threatening to push. I think I just have to let them do their threat. If I try anything tricky, this gets quite messy. If I back off, they have silver drop. This looks fun. Let's go. So I've given up the square in front of the rook in exchange for being able to use my pieces. Mm-hmm. Do I take this too? Do I run away? Running away looks problematic. Well, problems aren't so bad. I've had worse problems than this. This looks fine.
7分
So this is beautiful, is it not? Is this really where you want a silver to be? I mean, sure, that's a standard way to reply to this kind of attack, but here I don't know that it's that great. So I'm going to remove the silver. The silver blocks the pawn, which blocks the rook. This gives me oodles of time to do something. I was expecting the silver to chase this bishop. Mm-hmm. This might hurt a bit. If the silver moves away from my castle, I'm that much safer for it. Oh, yeah, that's not moving away from the castle. Fine. Alright, we'll go here. We'll learn the piece values one day. That day might not be today. What have we here? I tempt fate. Here we go. Sure, my token falls. So it's a bit harder for me to attack. I think I still have an attack here. Right, so I'd seen this covered. Oh, hang on. There be tactics here.
5 分。
Hmm, hmm. I might offer the rook, maybe? Nah, that's not worth doing. So the bishop's hanging. Alright, so I got the bishop. Mm-hmm. King up, gold, king, silver, king, uh, I don't know. I thought this was fine. Retreating looks better. Yeah, let's retreat. It seems I've vastly overestimated my attacking power here. Mm-hmm. Oh, right. Can't actually stop that. Hmm. Shogi is hard. So I want to play bishop 5-5 and have everything just work out somehow. I'm not sure it's that simple. Is that might be fatal. Hmm, that might be fatal. Yeah, there's no tricks here.
3分。
Alright, thanks for the game. One down, two to go. There's just way too many pieces on this board. Or I've got to get better at it. Maybe both. Good luck. Alright, let's do this. I've been wanting to play this for some time here. Hmm. Alright, I'm just gonna castle and forget what they're doing for a minute, because it doesn't seem to make much sense to me. There, I have a castle. You got something. Couldn't tell you what you built here. Um, okay, they could push the rook pawn, but they don't. Um, okay. Sure. I guess that's fine. This is quite astonishing. Hmm. I'm never gonna get to talk about my song, am I? That's too bad. But yeah, musicians. I was just impressed. This Japanese song has been covered so many different times. So there's a playlist of 36 covers of it. Um, and I get it, it's extremely catchy. But I didn't know that music promotion in Japan worked so well. I was impressed. Hey, look, we got a new castle. Um, do I just retreat here and declare victory? I've covered my bishop's head again, which was loose for one turn. But yeah, this position looks pleasant. Hmm. Okay, we'll just go back. There's a lot of files on this board. Sure. You know what we're both waiting for. If this center file and the diagonal open up simultaneously, lots of fun things could happen. Oh, gonna add a third thing in this mess. Here, I will claim all the space up to this point. If you want to dispute it, we'll figure something out. But for now, that's my file. Okay. Glad we agree then. That's my file. Just go back up here. Over here now. So I can dispute this file. This one looks nice. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Am I so bold? Yeah,
7
let's
分
do it. Ever forward. This looks fun. Do I know what's going to happen? No, but that's half the fun, isn't it? Who doesn't enjoy a little suspense now and then? Gold drop. Doesn't mate. Fine. Just go here. Oh, I can't drop because of Nifu. Dang, Nifu makes this game so exciting. Alright, fine. We'll do this instead. But yeah, it's impressive just how wonderfully, or how there are 36 covers of this song. It just shows how across international law, many things are possible. Okay. I'm going to play this slightly aggressive move here. Now, an alternative way to interpret that is that Japanese law somehow isn't protecting music creators to the extent that other laws do, so it's easier to cover Japanese songs, perhaps? Or maybe it's just different. I don't know. There are challenges that many people have noticed when copyright strikes happen from English-speaking countries onto videos where they've covered songs in Japanese. So, yeah, arguably, there's just tension between all laws everywhere and copyright enforcement and however that's supposed to work. Use a silver like a plover. Zigzag. It means something. If I push this and drop a silver, am I better off for that? I think so. Let's try this. Maybe I shouldn't have taken that. I don't know. I don't see checkmates. We're just going to surround the king. Hopefully that's good enough. So I seal off this escape square. That works. That's good. 2 down, 1 to go. Good luck. Oops. Let's play this. Open this diagonal. Okay. Bring up the silver. Claim the center. Start attacking over here. Oh, right. So I'd also noticed a new podcast has started. Who knew? So, yeah, this new podcast is going by the name Shogi in the West. And the pilot episode aired yesterday or today? I don't remember. Either way, that's exciting. It's always nice to see something new. At least something pleasant that's new. So, seeing this and seeing many other podcasts has me wondering, perhaps someday, I too might think of what to produce on such a thing. Interesting. Am I covering rook drops? I don't know. There is one obvious hole for a bishop drop here. So I need to be cautious. This is tricky. So a Japanese viewer had asked this English presenter, how many shogi players are there in the West, anyhow? I think just, hey, welcome. Just out of curiosity, I think that question was posed. Like, how many people in the West play shogi? And so that was perhaps the main focus of that um, pilot episode. Um, we still don't know for sure. It really depends, like, what you mean by active. I do appreciate that FISA, the European Shogi Federation, um, was able years ago to take a sample of, like, how popular shogi is. What? Okay. This is exciting. This is exciting. This is so exciting. Um, it's more excitement than I needed this minute. Okay. And there's the first raindrop that made it through. Yeah, I haven't completed my castle, but I don't know, this looks exciting. This diagonal's blocked. This file is blocked. Something disastrous is going to happen, but, you know, I just don't see it. They could lance drop to win material, I guess. And maybe that's in some way a disaster. But, this position looks okay. I was thinking I'd like to drop a lance and win the bishop, or win the pawn and walk over this way. But I've already dropped the lance to protect my king. And to get this in. Um, hmm.
7分、
A bold move. Okay. They really want all their pieces aiming at my king right here and right now. Whether they can do that, I don't know. We'll find out. If they do manage that, my king just runs away. Um, okay. Yes, there's no advantage to my leaving this here. I'm just gonna take it. I don't profit from leaving that there. If they check, I think I could just raise the king once more. Straight into the fire. But it's safe here. Maybe. See, I'm attacking a knight. Is there a proverb about this? General guidance for move the king up the board? I can't imagine it. Um, but yeah, this pawn is loose, and the pawn's okay. They've been waiting to do that for a while. fine. The race begins. Okay, we capture, etc. Maybe I should have taken the knight first. By maybe, I mean absolutely I should have done that. This is too exciting. Um, Hitting the rook and the square beyond the rook, in case I need to do something here. Which I might need to do in just a second. Yeah, I should have taken the knight earlier. This would have been so much easier. I think I'm still okay. Hmm.
5分。
Okay, we are cooking. Um, since my rook is hanging, well, it's not exactly hanging. I'm gonna save the rook and regret it later. Um, okay, they don't have enough pieces to stop me from doing this. Do not run from a fork. Oh, that doesn't aim where I thought it was aiming. Oops. Yeah, I was thinking I was threatening mate or something here, but that's not it. Alright, let's just run. Yeah, these diagonals are interesting in shape, given that the squares on the shogi board are actually 12 by 11, not 12 by 12. So you have to carefully measure them. I just saw what I wanted to see. But yeah, I need to escape my king to safety. Granted, it's really spooky because I can't drop a lance or knight on the top rank. So, like, my king isn't fully safe all the way up here. Huh. It's not what I expected. If I take this, how cooked am I? Well, they don't have a dragon. They just have a rook there. I can deal with the rook. Dealing with the dragon is a bit harder. So they wanted to take my promoted bishop. I'm saying no. And they can't drop a silver or something. Well, they could drop one here. But it's not enough to grab my king. Yeah, shogi pieces don't really go backwards. So now I can promote a pawn, and we enter phase 2 of the game. Um, hmm. Who's ready for phase 2? Because I'm not. Um, man, we only have 3 minutes to get through this next phase. It's not going to be enough. Um, wait a second. That's really smart. That's
3分
super smart. Yeah, no matter where I go, I get mated here, don't I? Wow. Alright, well, have at it. Let's see it. Thanks for the game. Oops. Alright, well, that's 3 games. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.